Here to keep the chase going, share information, spread unity, preserve our heritage and our culture. We're trying to achieve something that you just can't catch. We're always trying to find a better way, trying to make better dogs. That's what Dixie Doggers Podcast is. That's who we are.
This episode is brought to you by Rankin Ranch 38 Cattle Company. Mark Rankin specializes in Brahma and Brahma Cross cattle in Oglethorpe County, Georgia. You can contact him at 407-832-2077. 407-832-2077. This episode is also brought to you by Phil Wilson of UC Hunting Properties. If you're buying or selling land, farms, or hunting property, these folks know land. You can contact him at 678-791-3483, 678-791-3483, or visit his website down below in the description.
All right, everybody. We're back at it one more time. We have a couple of guys that I don't really know them. They've never been on here before, and they've been hunting giraffes. That's a damn lie. It's Carter and Ryne from Boars N Broads. One more time, we're doing this an update on seeing what's happened in the exciting lives of Boars N Broads.
Oh, hell.
So what have y'all fellas been up to? We got to put, I got to ham it up a little bit for the podcast deal there. Can't just be like, what the fuck's happening? What y'all doing?
Shoot, man. Not much, dude. I've been trying to hunt when I can. My buddy Carter's been 8,000 miles away. I don't know what I'm exactly allowed to say. He's been away from me for a while, so I've been hunting by myself a good bit. And a boy down the street, and we've been catching some hogs here and there. And my boy finally made it back to town earlier this month, and we've been hanging out. And we just finished our trip back up from Downsville yesterday morning.
Mm-hmm. Man, I wish we could have made that shit.
Oh man, I know how it is. Everybody there was asking, "Where's Dixie Doggers at? Where's Dixie Doggers at?" And we know y'all had the big kimmer hunt, man, and that's just as important as a Bay event. It's just like y'all talked about. But I tell you, we listened to the Cane Creek episode on the way out there, man, and I said it on the post. That was one of my favorite podcast that y'all have done, if not my favorite. I mean, that was a phenomenal episode, and y'all really didn't even talk about dogs that much.
No, that's the way Jeremy is. He was raised right on the other side of the river from where I was born and raised. So when we got a lot of little, I ain't gonna say like indoor jokes or none of that, you know what I'm saying? But like we both know what each other's talking about. We don't even have to say it.
Y'all in the know.
Yeah, I mean, like when we talk about behind the levee, that's shit that only people over there know, and so we can play off each other. We can have a good conversation, and we can talk about it. And he's honestly, he makes it real easy to do this. It's like talking with you guys. It's easy to do it, and it makes for a good product at the end. But the kimmer hunt, honestly, I'm so thankful that we went to it because, as I was telling Ryan earlier, me and Jeremy were there. Mr. Charles, he come out. Charles Parker, right, Nate?
Yes.
Correct. Charles Parker came out. They had a board meeting that morning, and the KSBA is wanting to sponsor buckles for the Tulsa Standard Hunt. They're wanting to sponsor some prizes and stuff for the Mud Creek Baying and for the Shankathons and for Jeremy. Yeah. So
that's big time.
Funny. That's funny how that works out, man. Y'all were just talking about that on the podcast that y'all just did together, and it's funny. It's funny how that works out when it happens like that, man.
And that's what the man said. He said, we have been watching y'all and listening to y'all. He said, and we see how each one of y'all are helping each other and working together. He said, and man, we want some of that. I was like, dude, hey, shout out to the Alabama Coon Hunter Association. They sponsored a buckle for us.
The spring hunt.
For the spring hunt, Jeffrey Mullins with coon hunting with otter. There's a different genre of dog men, but we're all on the same team. We're all playing the same game.
They were already sponsoring too many youth hunts to sponsor our fall hunt, so I wasn't really concerned with it.
But they're in the deal is what I'm saying.
They're still sponsoring youth hunts, so I'd rather go to that.
Yeah, we got to keep it all going. If everybody is working together, in the end, it should really, really be something big.
That's awesome.
No doubt about it, man. And yeah, it's just like if we're all on the same team, man. I mean, there's a bunch of tough some of the bitches where doing what we're doing. You know what I mean? We're gonna be hard to beat as long as we're on the same team. But individually, we can get smoked. But if we're all fighting the same fight, man, I'm telling you what, I wouldn't want to run on them.
No. Well, look at like the Colorado guys out there, the houndsmen there with the mountain lion stuff. You've got just the line houndsmen. And don't get me wrong, there's other people that are pitching in. But imagine if all of them were already networking real tight like we're all trying to do. Dude, like,
right.
Like,
hey, did you see that video? Did you see that Lionheart video?
I don't know. I've seen so many of them.
You need to watch. It's called Lionheart. Who's the people that just did it? Carter?
Blood Origins.
Blood Origins. You need to watch it. It's pretty badass.
All right.
They did a phenomenal job.
They did a great job.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Like I said, there's people that's pulling for them, and there's more and more that's being involved, and that's what it takes. And like Nate was saying, with the Alabama Coon Hunters Association, they sponsor so many of the youth hunts. You know, we didn't want them to sponsor anything in the fall hunt for us because it's like we're taking away from the youth. That's more important.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So me and Carter was talking about that, man. We were talking about youth hunting regardless. We were talking about that to ride out to Louisiana, but we were trying to figure out how to do a youth hunt, but a hog hunt. But it's so hard, man.
Yeah,
like,
it'd be.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have you? It's so hard trying to figure that out.
We've tried to. Me and Nate have sat and talked about it, and just like you have, and I'm sure there's a ton of other guys that have too. But man, to do that it'd be awesome. But like you said, it would be so hard to do an actual youth hunt.
But then you don't know how the youth, you know what I'm saying, like who's doing it. You really want all the youth to do the hunt, but then like there got to be so many grown-ups involved and
it's a little rougher sport.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's hear about this Downsville deal. Like I said, we did a deal with Jake, the week of, or right before that.
The week put it out. We listened to that one on the way up there too, man. But no, we had a good weekend. The South Texas boys come out. Josh Wasky, Jonathan Torres, Trey Moya, and Dustin Morrow. All them boys came out and we had a good weekend. Funny enough, like. Didn't even have 12 paired with Rowdy until they're signing up for 2-dog. And Jeremy Pagoda came up to me and said, man, I kind of screwed Seth over. And I said, what you mean? He said, man, I got some stuff going on. He's like, I can't be here tomorrow, but I was going to run haywire with Rowdy, and it didn't work out. And he said, would you mind signing 12 up with Rowdy? And I said, man, that ain't no problem. I've been wanting to run with that dog for a while now. And sure enough, man, it worked out. That's
God working out right there for you.
Yeah, no, there ain't no doubt about it. It was truly it was truly an awesome thing. We made it perfect I'm talking about Joey Wright when I say a statue hog. We made it perfect.
Look, everybody else in the first 5 group, everybody else got they got a running hog.
I bet Ryan was over there jumping up and down. He was cheering them on. Catch him.
Yeah. So it ran around for like 30 seconds. And I swear to God, Joe, it set up for 4.5 minutes.
You know why it done that, don't you? That was supposed to be Randy Durrell's hog.
Hey, listen. They made that thing perfect for 4.5 minutes. I was so pumped.
But
that's awesome.
Yeah, old Rowdy. We'd have had a 10. We'd have been in the third bay off old Rowdy. And we've talked about it before. Old Rowdy just hit a spin out just for show. It's the funniest thing you ever see, Joey. These dogs are sitting there. They've been jamming on this hog for 4 minutes. And Rowdy, the hog didn't take a step. He just hit a little bitty loop. And Seth got some real pissed off and said some explicits.
Yeah.
And I said, Seth. I was like, the highest score in front of us is a 9-9. I was
you gotta mention
it was a 9-8.
The gatekeeper opened the damn gate because somebody thought they couldn't hog out.
Because Seth was screaming and hollering. I was like, shut the gate. And they shut the gate, and they bait a 9-9. And Goose and Max bait a 10, and Gomer and Arthur bait a 10, and the next highest one was the 9-8. But we sat there we were running 5.
I told him, I just told Joey before this, I said, number 2 was Johnny White and them. That's who baited 10. We baited 9-9 at number 5, and then number 8 it was the next 10. The rest of that was catch outs or hog outs.
Man, we
out of 30. You talking about stressful?
We was stressing out, sitting there watching, and we're sitting here like there ain't no way, man. There ain't, because Joey, right? You know the caliber of dog.
Oh yeah.
That is up there, man. And they're not gonna give it to you. They are not gonna give it to you.
Yeah, they try.
That's like at that Abbeville show. There was only 110 on the board all day long, and it was us. And I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my!" So, and then Tadpole and them, they got a 10. So the stress level, I can definitely relate to that. Of course, it's like you said, when you get to a certain caliber of dogs, you just, if you're in there, you've already done something.
We'll be back after a quick break.
And now, thanks to the sponsors and friends of Dixie Doggers. Animal Housing Solutions.
Boars N Broads.
Crockett Taxidermy.
Hardcore Hog Dogs.
Southern Cross Cut Gear.
Ada Y Transport.
4L Kennels.
The American Doghorn Museum.
Unique Hounding Hunting Supply.
Hogbaying.com.
Tuskers Magazine.
Mud Creek Hog Dog Trials.
Yeah, that was my thing, man. You the struggles that I've been through with that dog. You've heard a lot of the conversations because they've been sitting up under your tent.
Yep.
And I mean, the Joker, and I honestly don't know the last time, and I was thinking about this today, the last time a dog that hunts in the woods actively, not a former woods dog, a dog that is actively hunting in the woods, placed in a pro event in any of Jake's shows. I don't know the last time. And we hunted that Joke. Me and Ryan hunted on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We hunted the dog on Tuesday.
And we left Thursday for the bay.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling Ryan. I was like, that, that's, to me, it's a big, and there's going to be people out there, of course, like you said, they had former woods dogs. Oh, they've done it, blah, 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 whatever. But I know exactly how that feeling, man, when you take your old woods dog that literally you just got through hunting, probably still has staples in it or still got some cuts on it, whatever, and then you win a little bit of money and you win a plaque or a trophy with it because you're competing against pro dogs, man, it's a good feeling. It's a damn good feeling.
And we should
nothing. I promise you. Couldn't nobody. We partied like we won $5 million. And I'm telling you, so the very last run is Goose and Gomer. How are we going to beat Goose and Gomer? Yeah. And you know me, I'm never going to root against anybody's dogs. I'm not going to sit there and wish for them to catch out or anything. I want everybody's dogs to do a good job.
I will.
But, Ryan will.
Hey, Ron sat in the same chair for 30
I got superstitious for a minute.
Ron sat in the same chair for 30 minutes and didn't get up. And the first time he got up was when Goose and Gomer caught out. And he come over there and tackle me because we locked up third. And, man, he smoked me. And
people kept coming up to us like, y'all know you're in third. Y'all was like, shut the freak up right now.
Yeah, we was sitting there telling them, shut up, quit talking about it.
Yeah.
Quit talking about
Seth
it.
talking about it. Seth, shut up.
Yeah. Oh, Seth,
Well, you know,
Seth is something in
Seth
itself.
like to talk to us.
Yeah.
But no, man, and I ain't gonna lie, man. Going down to get 12 for the picture, and I broke down a little bit and started crying because I mean, it like, and that sounds ridiculous to people that don't know what kind of accomplishment it is. But I mean, honestly, like that dog has earned it because there's been a lot of shows where he did really good. We just didn't catch a break or something like that. And man, and for something like that to happen, I was like, man, I just said, thank you, God. Like I really, it just really finally just worked out. And I cried a little bit, man. I'm not going to lie to you.
But think about it, cuz like look at like how many people we went on the shows. It's if you haven't been to a pro day event, people got their runs together. They know who they're gonna run with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell
Until you can prove yourself that you can do a running hog or a setup hog, they're gonna have their runs together and they're really not going outside their not saying circle as much, but they're going.
Well,
you know what I'm talking about.
They have a game plan.
They got a game plan. They get so fine in detail with their books. They got their little handbooks and they're writing down their matches and yada yada yada. So dude, you know how good it feels when you got so many people that have said that he's not going to make it he can't do it.
Yep.
He just made a freaking 5-minute perfect 12 bait all weekend. He had a couple runs in 2-dog. Guess what? He ain't never made one mistake in the 2-dog.
I remember
it was always the other dog.
In Texas, they were like, if you keep running him in the woods, you're going to ruin him. He's not going to make it in the pen.
That was in Tyler.
Yeah, and Tyler, yeah. And, you know, me and you were talking about it, and I was like, well, I can't say anything because I've got these pro pen dogs, per se, and I'm taking them to the woods. So, I mean, if it ruins them, it ruins them, but they got to do both for me, or it's just not going to work. But, like, that is a big accomplishment to me.
Oh, man, you couldn't tell me nothing.
I bet your head was swelled up.
Hey, you seen that meme of the it was like first place, second place, or standing on the trophy thing? Yeah. The third place guys shaking champagne, kissing a girl.
That's it.
Flicking double burning people off. Oh, that was a 100%.
That
we were
was
like
us all night.
Mofos, we got stud fees out here. But 10 pro dogs.
Man, I tell you the truth though, Joey. Man, at like, you know, when the dust kind of settled and man, everybody was super congratulatory, and man, you know, because they know what I mean. They've seen enough of the dog, like they know what he is in the pen, and they know at this point, like if they don't know he's capable of baying with those pro dogs, like they do now, because guess what, he's a pro dog. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And they'll figure it out, won't they?
And I mean, we've done it. And it's the exact same thing. It's kind of 12's model has kind of been the same business model as Boars N Broads. Like we've had a lot of people along the way trying to tell us how we can and can't do things. And we said, guess what? We're going to do things the way we want to do them. And if we fail, guess what? We'll get better at it. And then we'll figure out how we need to do it. We appreciate all of the input, but guess what? It's our company. It's our dog. We're going to run it exactly how we want to run it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know what the biggest win of the night was?
What's that?
Spud's ass getting a $20 Calcutta and winning $14.
Spud bought him for $20 in the first round, Joey, right? Spud bought him for $20 and won $1,500. He won more than we did.
Hey, that's good, man. That's what I like to see.
Well, we weren't even there. We weren't even there for the Calcutta. Like we just, I mean,
we were there. We were there for Sunday, right, Carter? Were we not there for Sunday for the 2-dog novice?
Yeah, we were there. Yeah, no, 100%. Like I already had. I mean, I showed up. It was kind of funny. I showed up. I said, man, I'd like to run 12 in 3 runs on Saturday and then 4 runs on Sunday. You know, in the 2-dog novice. Yeah. And
we were there ready to show out for the novice. We were like, we were dead set on showing out for the novice.
I didn't have a single pair for Saturday when I showed up. I did not have a single pair for Saturday when I showed up.
You know what the crazy thing is on that part? Like Ryan said a while ago, is like, you know, that's God intervening. Is me and Seth had talked a couple weeks ago, and he asked me, did I have Chaos paired up? He wanted to run with Chaos. And I was like, I said, well, if we go, I said, ain't no problem. I said, I think the Kimmer hunt's going to be at the same time. He messaged me again the other day. He was like, hey, and I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to go, blah, blah, blah. So us not being able to go and us having to go to the Kimmer hunt, we got something good out of that because now we got an association wanting to jump in and start to help our stuff. Then you got to run with Rowdy. See how that's all working out? And look, y'all got the win. Y'all got some money. Y'all got the bragging right. The whole because me and Seth wouldn't have won shit. I promise you that. Like I don't mind running with Rowdy because Rowdy's a good dog. There's no doubt. But like I just don't get into the whole baying stuff that much. And so if they make a mistake, whatever, Seth gets fired up. God almighty. He gets turned.
But you know what made even that story better, man, is Seth said that he's going to retire him after March.
Really?
Because that dog's like 10 or 11 years old. I mean, he's old.
I know he's old, yeah.
It's a dairy. I mean, what's that?
He pulled out of the nursing home to come up there.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is,
he's 70 years old, right? 7 years is a dog year every year, yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, be like a 70-year-old in there banging. Yeah, for real. It'd be like a 70-year-old pro dog.
It's the oddest partnership you ever seen in your life because all the boys from Texas, man, they love what he's doing and they love that he loves me as much as he does. But all them boys hated 12 when he was over there.
I know. That's what I remember you telling me that. I was like,
12's like a cat, man. He's got 9 lives because they've tried to kill him.
Yeah, they've tried to kill him, and he keeps on showing up, man. And that gun, and I think it was Josh. I think it was Josh Washke or Trey. I can't remember there was quite a few adult beverages drank this weekend.
Hey, I swear there's a damn Michelob Ultra shortage in Downsville. Hell, the whole parish of West Monroe right now.
We seen a picture in the back of a truck. There was like fucking 20, 30 racks in there.
It took us 3 hours. It took us 3 hours to clean the bed of my truck out from beer cans.
I believe
it really did. But
hey, what'd you say? Water gives you worms, cuz?
Yeah, water gives you worms, boys. You got to stay away from that stuff. But man, Trey looked at me, or Trey or Josh, I don't remember who it was. He said, "Man, that dog really loves you." Because I know you've seen it before, before the run right before ours, I'll be standing up there and he'll just be sitting there hugging me, ready. And I mean, he's just wanting to he wants to hit backflips and all kind of stuff, and I'm just trying to keep him settled, because he's gonna go in there and ear check that son of a gun right off the rip, and we don't need to catch off. We don't need to catch out within the first 15 seconds, but man, that Joker. I changed my cover photo. Ryan took one of the best photos I've ever seen in the bay pen, man. I just I didn't even know I did it, but after he bayed, they bayed that perfect to get into the pro bay off. I went over there, kind of threw my arm around and put my head on his. But man, it's just one of those things. It's reinforcement for what we talk about, man. If you do right by those dogs and they know you're in their corner, and it's the same way with people. If you do right by people and you continue to do right by people, they're going to do right by you. And guess what? They're going to screw you over every now and then, but guess what? They're going to do you right in the end. It's going to happen. And it really was. I mean, I was crying like a little baby going to get that Joker for that third place picture because it was a big deal, man, for me. It really was. I needed that one. I needed a little bit of a win in my life.
Yeah, you was crying on the way to Longhorns too, or Logan's Roadhouse too. I don't know if it's because of the win or you were scared which waitress we were going to have.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably about that waitress.
I didn't know it. I didn't know what it probably had something to do with those beers too. But man, I was shedding a little bit of a tear because it meant something to me. I don't, and I said it from the start. I was like, I don't ever care if I place an event or something like that. But at the same time, you show up all the time. You do your due diligence. You do right by people, and eventually something good's going to happen to you. That doesn't mean it's going to happen to you every time, and that doesn't mean bad things ain't going to happen to you. But eventually something good's gonna happen, and that something good happened this weekend.
Yeah.
And a lot of people came up and it was time, man. A lot of people came up and said congratulations and was all pumped about that. But then also a lot of people were like wanting to run with him soon because they know he can bay up a set of hog now.
Yeah, that
You know what
tends
I'm
to
saying?
happen. I noticed
Yeah.
that.
Like, where was you in the beginning? You feel me? That was
When I was,
you know what I'm saying?
when we were looking for partners, man,
Yes,
we were trying to find partners.
That
Hey,
was
12
the deal
has
with
bet-
chaos. I won't hardly run with any. Actually, we haven't ran with anybody. I'd run
12 has
run with y'all. That's it.
12's bait in Downsville, man. I don't know how many times we've been there with 12. Probably
Yeah.
we've been there probably 3 times, 4 times. I don't know, but 12 has probably made one mistake in 2 dogs the last 20 runs he's been up there. You know
I mean,
what I'm
that
saying?
joker's been jamming, and
Oh,
but no, I was super thankful, man. And it makes me happy for the dog, man, because like I said, that joker caught a lot of flack from them boys out there in Texas because again, we talk about getting what the dog is, not what you want the dog to be.
Yep.
And they wanted him to be something different than he was. And I promise you, I've thought about killing him for the exact same reasons that they thought about killing him.
Yep.
And
if it was for Lulu,
Lulu Finley saved that dog's life the first time I took him to Georgia. She said, "Where you going, cuz?" I said, I'm finna go do something. She said, wait till tomorrow. Wait till tomorrow. Wait till tomorrow. She convinced me. She saved that dog. I mean, I ain't kidding you. She saved that dog's life that night. And I've been pretty open about that and telling folks that. But big shout out to Lulu Finley because she's done right by that dog, even when I didn't do right by that dog. And that means something to me, man.
Yep. Yeah, she, me and her, we talked a few times about stuff. We talked about that, you know.
even though wink wink, she didn't want to run with you in the pro event.
Yeah, wink wink. Doc's in the top. Hey, I gotta bust Lulu up about that.
Hey, yeah, she ate some crow, didn't she?
Yeah. I gotta bust Lulu up about that. I said, Lou, you want to run Doc and 12? And Doc and 12 had put on a show a few times in Downsville.
Hey, correct me. What was he standing at? He was a 6th dog in the world or something.
Yeah, he was top 10 in the world.
Top 10.
And man, I will say this, man. That run with him and Duncan, they drew a wrong hog.
Hey, did you get the video? Was there video of that one?
Yeah, no, I sent it. Yeah, I video.
Oh no. I know. We got a video of that, didn't we?
Yeah, no, I sent it, but it was that big gray hog, and man, that joker was bad. He was bad, and but yeah, Lulu busted me up. She said, "You think 12 can run an 8-minute perfect?" I said, "Lulu, I don't know, because I ain't never had to run one."
Yeah.
But
you always told
I
don't know if he can run an 8, but he can run a 5.
He can run a 5 for sure, brother. He can run a 5 for sure.
Yeah.
That's all that counts is in the end. You hear a lot of people talk about running a 10. Well, you have to you pretty much have to have a dog that'll bay a 10 just to get to the bay off.
No, if you don't have something that'll run a 10, and we were telling Triple O, some boys from
that's the Roper Oswald boys came over. I don't know if you've seen them on Facebook or they got a following on Facebook, and he's got a big one on YouTube, but YouTube's kind of struck them down. But you need to check them out. They're called Triple O Hog, and they're up near not far from where Pat lives in Texas.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. But they got them big old mud flap ear dogs, man. I like seeing that mud flap ear cur dogs. And we were telling them, I was like, man, it's just different, man. If you can't bay a 10, your dog can make one mistake in a 2-minute round, which in the woods he can make 100. But if you can't bay a 10 here against these dogs, you ain't gonna hit no hole. You know what I mean?
Not at all. You ain't gonna get close.
Them boys brought up that one younger, or I tell you, a little bit younger than what they had, but that one buttermilk mud flat dog, he did pretty good.
Oh yeah, he looked
first time ever being a pen.
Hey,
I'm convinced him. Go ahead.
You know what they said? Did you get that snap from Roper today?
Oh, he was moving them panels to make it.
Yeah, he said we gonna make noise up in Oklahoma at Rusty's Bay now, boys. We
Well,
got them fired up.
I got news for everybody. Y'all can make all the noise you want, but y'all get y'all's ass handed to you.
That's fine.
Oh man,
I promise you. I'm telling you, there's something out here in this. I'm telling you now.
hey, we got some secret sauce to bring up there too.
This ain't no secret. This is everybody's gonna know this. And
All right, well,
I promise you, like FRED. That's all you need to know.
Hey, you want to know my secret?
Goose ain't shit. Who's Goose? Nobody. Like it don't even matter no more. It don't even matter no more. Randy Durrell's gonna call me and be like, "Hey, can Goose breed to Fred?" I'm telling you, I don't know how that's fucked. I don't know how that's gonna work, but that's how good he is. Fred's a bad dude. He's got some mud flaps.
Hey, them boy, you got them cur dogs too down by Cody. He got something I'm in the works with of getting.
No, don't be sharing. Nah, Ryan, I'm not gonna tell where I'm getting my dogs that I'm bringing up there.
Everybody knows where you're getting your dogs. You've already said it. Said it.
No,
I
didn't say where they were coming from, but I said I'm gonna bring some that bays. I guarantee they gonna bay.
Yeah. No, listen, we ain't got nothing that'll bay anything. I got one that'll bay a Pop-Tart or something, maybe.
Hey, you want to know how counterfeit 12 was? He caught out one of them pro dog runs.
Yeah.
One, I don't know who he was running with. They caught on the ear, and his counterfeit ass went and caught on the same ear, on the same side of the hog.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
I'm
what
like,
I'm saying.
What a wimp, dude.
He got to get he wants that ear that's already wet.
How many big hogs have we caught with just him and Stinky Pete?
Speaking of that, yeah, so I took Stinky Pete first hunt. Since he got all that bacteria infection, and colon infection, whatever it was.
How's he doing?
He got situated. Doing great, man. Hunting. He hunts his tail off. I need to find something to stick him to because he hunts his ass off. So I got a video of them. It's funny. They went off and Pete went like 0.7 miles. He's banging up. And I'm with some boy from the fire hall. He's never been hunting before. So we finally make it over to Pete, and I caught up 12, and I walked in 12 like a catch dog almost. And we got about 100 yards, and I could hear Pete banging, so I sent 12 in there. So they both start hammering. So I finally get up into them, and sure enough, they're in some kudzu patch, yada, yada, yada. They're banging hard. I got a video of it. And I'm like, catch him, Pete, because I knew Pete was rough. Pete's over there banging his ass off. Usually he's rough. Catch him, Pete. Pete won't catch him. He's getting smarter. Guess who catches him first? 12 goes there and ear holes this hog in the kudzu. And then Pete finally catches him. I was like, what the heck? I just walked in 12 as a catch dog. Really.
That's not the first time we've done it. We did it in the creek. We did it in the creek, Ryan, right before when we caught that big hog.
12's done that a few times, ain't he?
Well, he was hung on an ear in that 400-pound bar hog we caught.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all remember those little rough yellow dogs I got from North Texas? The ones I was talking about?
We had post a video. Is that them today on the video you posted?
No, this is different ones.
Oh.
Look, this bitch, we had one of them named Jughead. Like the first pig they ever was on was 240 with some 2-inch teeth. And I mean, he ear holed him. Him and his brother, they had it just locked down. So I put him up for a little while. I was like, he's still just wild as a buck. Like they never bayed, never barked at all. So the other day, we had a place we could work a few of them, right? We had one about 125 pounds in there. So I said, we're going to pull him out. We throw Jughead in there. Jughead stands back at 6 feet and puts on a 3-minute and 40-second bay like you ain't never seen your damn life.
Damn.
I was like, what the fuck is happening here? I would have bet all the money I had, which is like $4. I would have bet all $4 that he was going to catch. He would not even put teeth on a hog at all. He stayed back and was the prettiest bay I'd ever seen in my life. And I was glad of it. Now, don't get me wrong. If he'll do that all the time, it'd be great. But you're talking about counterfeit. That's counterfeit. That's
how it was. With that Pete dog I got, man, I think him getting cut, or he had one little poke and got infected, man. He got the colon infection, and it almost took him out, man. Like I said, if it wasn't for that fly laying on him, he was gone. I was gonna call him and just have to lose a dog, but he fought through it and battled back, and he's good now. But yeah, man, I was surprised. He was baying like hell, and I was like, that might have helped. Like he might have figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
It could.
So we'll see.
Jeff,
you know who else is hunting?
We gonna put Rusty's hogs to the test. We're gonna run Stinky Pete and Champ together.
Hell yeah.
Up there in February. And you remember, we only had 3 catch outs and 220 runs. Well, we fixed to have 1 in however many runs we have up there.
There you
and,
go.
we gonna see.
They either gonna bay a perfect or they might get.
They gonna bay a perfect, and we gonna be hung. One of the two. One of the two.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I might have to bring. If it was the 1 dog deal, I'd say we'd get OJ because OJ's gonna screw it up. He would catch as a 1 dog, but he'll bay as a 2 dog. That's
hell.
That
I hope
doesn't
them
make
boys,
any sense. But
I hope them boys come from what's that? What's his name? Jason Argue? Is it Agu? I forgot where he's from, but he's got a little yellow dog that he brought up to Nixon when me and Carter and Drew went out there. I swear to God, this dog barked 4 times.
Really?
And about bayed a 9. He bayed like a 9-9. I swear. They tried catching these things the whole time, and then he barked like 4 times and ran a damn good run.
Hell yeah.
Well, we'll see, man. That's gonna be a fun day.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good.
If you're gonna get the rules and stuff out soon,
yeah,
we need to get them. He needs to get those out.
We're literally, it ain't been. It's right when we got started on here. We got a group text going for the board of directors, and that's what they were asking.
Damn, y'all the board of directors?
I mean, are you telling me what?
I hear you, boy.
Golly, y'all are big time.
I do the telling. I do the telling, Carter. You can't tell me nothing.
That's right.
Hey, speaking of that, though, for real, speaking of that,
we got to get the rules out. That's what we were just talking about, though, guys, for real. Get the
rules
out this month.
To piggyback off that, man, we need to talk to Mark and see if we can just do. Me and Seth was talking about. Carter was talking about do a two dog, just 1 day event.
Yeah,
have it like party Friday, do the 2 dog Saturday, and just do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And I think that would bring the people up and draw some numbers, man. Because hell, there ain't been a 2 dog in Georgia since the Abbeville one.
I know.
You know, and then I mean, I'm not trying. The Abbeville thing was awesome.
It's not the same.
Great.
Same
but the hogs,
the
hogs, they get rid of them after the bay pen. They get them from the bay, and then they get rid of them.
So
Marksman. Yeah.
But it was fun though. It was a damn good.
I had a great time. I'm definitely excited to go back to that one. That's a good time. That's a fun time.
That's going to be a hell of a show. That was a good turnout. It was a good environment, a good vibe the whole time. There was no. There was no bunch of bullshit or nothing going on. It was, normally there's not any of them, but you know what I'm saying. It was a good time.
Speaking of that, Joey Wright, I gotta give a big shout out to the judges at Jake's.
Hell yeah.
Man, I thought this was and Mr. Wynn, I thought this was the best set of hogs they've had in probably 3 years, and I thought it was the best job they did judging in the 3 years that we came.
Yeah.
I mean, like they were not playing around. They were calling everything fair, man. And it honestly, like it was really good to see. I mean, they weren't. It didn't matter what your name was. If you messed up, man, you were getting hit. And I thought they did a phenomenal job. The hogs were rank. The hogs were rank.
Well, the pigback that they say that they got new judge stands there. They got new angles for the judges to sit in. They went to a wireless microphones in their set, so all the judges can talk to each other. They got them. It's speedy process. They revamped their back pen to move hogs in and out quicker. They did make some changes for the better up there, man, and it's pretty proficient and efficient.
Yeah, no, they had it going on, man. It was a great show, and honestly, there was no BS. There was no BS because everybody was on the same page, and man, it was a fun show. We had a good time, and
we missed.
Yeah,
I missed our boy Logan Campbell. He's up there saving people in North Carolina.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Godspeed to him and Dan Lewis. I mean, both of them guys are killing it right now up there in North Carolina, helping out good folks. I mean, they went a long way to go help, and man, there's something to be said for that for sure.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. Logan's good folks, man, and you know he's going to be there regardless. He's one of those kind of people. He's going to be there to help.
Ain't no doubt about it.
So definitely everybody just keep, keep all your thoughts and prayers for all the victims that have had to deal with this stuff. I mean, that's a catastrophe. It's just on a huge dynamic.
You know who I talked to up there? I talked to old John Blanton with Showtime. He was at the Bay.
Yeah.
He was just getting back from taking pallets of free dog food up there to give out to bear hunters and hound hunters and all the different kinds of hunters up there.
That's
because
another good guy right there, Mr. Blanton.
Bland's awesome, dude. Yes. I love Mr. Blanton. He got our picture. He got our picture with us after we did our third place thing, and he's like, I don't ever get pictures, but he said, I'm gonna get in the one with you boys.
There you go.
I said, we're powered by Showtime, baby. We're powered by Showtime. Come on now.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's great to see that people, because that place got wiped off the map, man, and there's so many people affected in right there, and there's so little news coverage of what's really happening up there.
Yeah,
I work at.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When I work in town where I'm at, I'm trying not to bash the town, but it's not really bashing our town. There's a big contractor in Athens, Georgia, and he loaded up 2 lowboys full of equipment. Got all the way up to North Carolina. FEMA made them turn around, or they were going to get legal stuff involved for them trying to go up there and help for free. It was going to cost this guy a couple $100,000 to do all this stuff. He took his whole contracting team and took him up there to do all the work. He's going to do it for free. Yep. But I don't know if FEMA thought they were going to take advantage of people and try to give them the insurance or what. But they made them turn around and head back to Athens. I mean, that's what it is. Terrible. It's terrible what they're treating, dude.
It's a terrible thing. And like you said, a lot of it does come from people scamming folks and taking advantage of. I being a contractor for so long, we had some tornadoes, a couple of different bad times through the years, local, and we loaded up trucks. We go help these people, right? And next thing I know, we got the police over there. They're going to take me to jail. They're going to do all this shit because I'm tarping roofs for people. Or, I was boarding up a window because their windows got blew out. Their house is leaking. It's still raining, cutting trees because we weren't signed up through the Red Cross or through FEMA. And I asked the guy, I was like, dude, we're not charging anybody anything, you know? Well,
it's sad you can't go out there and help your neighbor, man.
That's right. But now there was one guy right down the road, and we came into a physical altercation, me and my uncle and this guy and whoever was with him. This dude was going door to door and getting these elderly people's information, contacting their insurance companies. He's writing all the insurance quotes and all that. And he's over there just like he's dancing in the fucking street, money.
He's getting money and not doing no work.
Exactly. Wow. He's just scheming them. It was horrible. So I understand part of it, but it's like if somebody shows up and they've got all this stuff and they're not charging anything, why can you not let them help? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, we can send $50 billion to
man. We don't get me talking politics, boys. I'll get fired up.
That's one thing we always try to say, and Boars N Broads, we try not to get political, but
we're
holy shit. There's other countries that they stub their toenail, and we send them a care package of $100 million to fix.
And we got we got our own fucking people starving to death on top of the mountain because of some bureaucratic bullshit, and like that to me makes me sick to my stomach. Like these, and thank God it's Appalachian people. Because
they're tough.
Hey, them son of a bucks are tough, cuz. And they're
hell, a lot of them have been living without power since they was born.
Exactly.
They used this another day.
That's some tough folks, man. That's some tough folks. And God bless those people, and God bless all the people that are helping those people out. And I'm sorry to get so fired up about it, but golly, that pisses me off, man. They're gonna send them $750 and a hurricane just washed a place off the map that's 2,000 feet above sea level.
Yeah, it's completely gone. Like there's no more.
It's gone.
There's nothing.
It's gone. There ain't no more, man.
But then they give $800 billion to or whatever to who? This never mind.
We can't get into it now. I'm telling you,
I know I start getting all fired up, and then next thing I know, I'm gonna just flip my table over and stomp and piss and shit in the floor.
Cut the podcast. Cut it.
Cut the shit. I can't handle it. It's too much.
But
Yeah,
man, but it's awesome to see everybody on Facebook, man, actually doing something, going out there and helping, planting, going to get their food. You got people offering places to stay at their house and boarding dogs and stuff like that. It's great to see the houndsman community or dog community stay together like that in the times and tribulations they're having.
Ain't no doubt. And like you said, it's one of those things where you'll figure out there's a lot of people that you don't even really know, that offer to help. And I mean, we had when that thing first popped up on the map, when they were talking about the route it was going to take, man, we had people calling us, and I was like, no, we're good, man. It didn't even get close to us. But at the same time, there was people from Washington, from California, Michigan, South Dakota, all of them were calling, checking on us. Yeah. And some of these folks I had never even talked to before. So it's just, it amazes me as how much that community will come together.
And I don't want to leave just the North Carolina. I don't want to leave anybody else out. I mean, what was that? Milton got parts of Okeechobee and South Florida and Tampa area pretty good too. So like even down there, man, they're sending care. The people are taking care of the people down there.
Man, Helene smoked Georgia folks. Like Lulu ain't had power. Like
bro, like, I went bear hunting with Cody Godwin and we drove down to Fargo. I went through Coffee County, Douglas, Georgia. There's nothing there. There's pecan farmers that got hundreds of acres of pecan trees. They're all blown over. It takes like 7 years for a pecan tree to produce its fruit, its pecan. Like, so that's destroyed, man. And people are going to wait 7 years before they're going to make any money. Like, a lot of timber, man. I think I seen a thing today. It was $6.6 billion that did hit Georgia's agriculture. It affected Georgia's agriculture. That one hurricane.
Oh, my Lord.
$6.6 billion. All these peanut farmers down that were trying to get everything up. I mean, it's nuts.
Right now, it's harvest season for a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Harvest season's been going on. People's trying to cut corn, soybeans.
People don't think that's not going to. People don't think that's not going to affect the prices of the stuff at the store or clothing or anything like that has all this stuff in it. They're idiots. All this cotton people were trying to get up. It affected a lot of things in the state of Georgia.
Yes,
a lot of things. Even pine trees, man. It wiped the pine trees out.
We all had a lot of pine trees anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
We could stand to lose a few, but not
just a couple, not all of them though. Come on,
man.
All right, so we'll get on that stuff, man. I'll get aggravated, like you said. That it's just, I don't know, man. I wish there was.
Yeah.
What else could
like
you
Lulu,
do,
like but not like that. Like Lulu and Tracy, they just got power. I think they got it today.
That's what Lily was saying the other day. She said she was talking about Spud. I think it was had sent some dog food or stuff up to him.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I believe that's what she said. Now, don't hold me 100%. But anyway, so it's just like people.
Shout out all the people and all the linemen and all them people too, man. You're a lineman, you're a bad son of a gun. I'm a firefighter, and I hate messing with down power lines, and I don't even touch them. Y'all are some bad son of a guns to be doing all that, traveling and storming and stuff like that. I
don't like electricity at all.
No.
I can't dig it. I don't like it at all. I had to do a little bit the other day, and I probably died 9 times. And it just, I don't know, man. I just don't like it. All I had to do was turn the breaker on pretty much, and that's a lot.
I know what a Garmin TT15 collar set on like 18 feels like, and I could imagine getting hit by a damn power line.
Yeah, I don't.
No.
Too much for me. Way too much.
That's right.
So, what do we have on the roster next? What's the next thing that y'all got going on? What's the Carter? You got to go to work again?
Yeah, I got to fly back, and I'm flying back probably Friday, and then I got about 2 months back over in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean that I got to work, and it's going good over there. Like we're killing hogs and Filipino deer. I've got a couple really good stories that I can tell when the NDA comes up. And I can tell them y'all in person when we get there, but I can't say it over the internet. No, man, it's going well. And honestly, where I'm at, it's pretty cool. All the guys work really hard. The dogs are working really hard, but it is completely different than hunting here, man. There's not a bit of dirt on the ground. You're running on volcanic rock, and there's about a 5-foot or a 5-foot bottom layer of vegetation everywhere you go, and there's a lot of windfall because they get a lot of typhoons out there, and you smash your knees up. I was telling everybody at the bay, I was like, man, my shin meat, like my skin on my shin is just starting to grow back from smashing through all that vegetation, but the dogs are doing good, and it's given me a completely different perspective on running big game dogs in tropical environments, man.
I bet.
Because it's 80 to 93 degrees all the time, every day. Their low national temp is 69 degrees. That's the coldest it's ever been where I am.
Oh no,
and
not for me. Not for me, homie.
Yes, sir.
And the damn teeth on them hogs is nuts, ain't it?
Yeah, no, we've caught some
bananas, cuz like some bananas.
Yeah. We've caught some real good hogs. But all the dogs are doing real good, and like we're rolling right along. So it took them. I tell you, they got hung up for a little while, man. It looked like all of them had scrambled egg brains for about the first 2.5 weeks we were there. Like, these dogs didn't want to do nothing, and
well, part of that's being on a damn airplane for 20
right.
Hours.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I was like, you think you got a dog that's just plug and play, man. Put that son of a buck on an airplane and then don't see it for 2 months and let it show up and see how good it does.
It's like the cargo kit of an airplane, not like on a private jet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. We picked these jokers up. And they rolled them off on a pallet jack. Like that's the type. That's how they come.
Yeah.
And it's just completely different, and it gave me a whole new respect to a dog that can go a long way from home and still get the job done. And they didn't even know the job we were really asking of them when they left. But now they've done a good job, and and it's, we've done what we needed to do, and we're gonna keep on rolling for the next couple months, and then I promise you, when I get back, we're fixing to set these hogwoods on fire, because these dogs have been running at 85-degree weather, and when they get back, they're gonna need a sweatshirt, but by God, they're gonna be in shape and they're gonna be ready to run.
Oh, I bet it's gonna be crazy.
Yep, all y'all been sitting out for deer season. When we show back up, we're gonna be on fire. We're gonna be ready to run.
Yeah, you ain't got to get them tuned up.
No, sir. They're gonna be ready to go.
Hell yeah. Well, Ryan, what do you got lined up? What do you got going?
Shit, I don't know, man. I just got back. Like I said, we just got back from Louisiana. The week before that, I was down with Cody Godwin doing a bear hunt. Man, I actually saw my first bear tree down there. That's
awesome.
Awesome, dude.
Yes.
We was down with Musgrove. What, Walt? Was it Walt? Walt Musgrove?
Yeah.
We was down there with him and Cody's buddy Jamie and some other guys at the camp. I met that Seth Rollerson or something like that. That Cody, y'all need to get that son on a podcast. That's one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life.
All right.
He's a big hound dog guy. But anyways, so we was down there, man. They treat some game. I was down there for a day and a half, dude, and that was some of the coolest stuff, dude. Them freaking plot dogs, they got run game forever.
Yeah.
I'm talking about forever and ever and ever, and man, it's awesome, dude. I love it. They were packing them dogs and they're fresh packing them, getting them there, just walking to that tree, man, walking through all that stuff, walking through a swamp, and they got a little small chainsaw cutting ways into it.
It's something chainsaws are badass, ain't they?
Yeah, I need to invest in one. That's pretty neat to keep on the buggy.
Don't talk about chainsaws.
Yeah. Carbon run chainsaw.
The first time we went, it was like they had one in each hand, man. They were just walking through there. Yeah. We was with Cody, and Jason and Kyle, those guys had one treed that morning. And when I seen that, I was like, I've got to get one of those. I've got to get one of those little chainsaws. That is the baddest little dude. Man.
But just going down there and seeing Cody's dogs work and everybody else's dogs down there, man, I got whole respect for the bear dogs. Like I've been in Tennessee a couple times, but we always caught hogs. I never treated a bear there with standard. But that was some cool stuff. And I know we got in November. Mr. Mark Bannister and Liz are having their bay competition.
November
like
9th,
sometime in
10th.
Yeah, yes, sir. I believe I'm gonna be at that one. I'm off both days from the fire hall, so I'll try to make those for sure. And then I know out in like I can make them. I'm just gonna do a little plug out there out in Edna, Texas. I think they have a South Texas shootout or something like that. There's a little bay going on out there. And then I know El Perro Loco, I believe, is having another one. So if anybody's interested in going to those, be looking on out for that. I don't know, man. I'm ready to run some dogs, man. I've been taking Swayze and Honey a lot lately, and they've been hunting their tails off, man. We took them the other day, and Carter was with us. The first time Carter's seen a hunt in a while, and they're casting hard and running game hard, and I'm excited about those dogs coming up. I just brought back. I got a puppy from Cody Godwin. That's half plot hound, half cur dog out of his tough dog, and one of his those Dolan's plot dogs, I believe. Yeah. That's where the plot side came from, I believe. And then we just got puppies from who had them? Blasky had them puppies?
Yeah, Blasky. They real waspy, boy.
Waspy, yeah.
They are real waspy. If you put two of them on the same piece of game, it's probably a good chance one of them's gonna have an earful. Like, I mean, even as young as they are right now, if you showed them a raccoon, they fixing to see what that raccoon's talking about. They're real waspy. They get stirred up. You hit the nest, and they're gonna fly in there, and they're gonna be pissed off about something.
So they're 4 months old. Right, them dogs from there are 4 months old right now. So by the time deer season gets out, I guess they'll be starting to be able to get carried to the woods a little bit, depending on maturity level. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's gonna be wide open here in a little bit. I know we got some good hogs on camera. Deer season's kicking off hard. Gun season opens up this weekend coming up. So we're going to go at nighttime a lot. Carter's going to leave me, so I'm going to rely on hunting with my daughters or my dad or Lawton down the road.
All you got to do is call and say, hey, man, I'm off these days. And it ain't that.
That's far. Right.
You let me know.
That's right.
We might try to ride out.
We're going to. But yeah, man,
if you ain't ashamed to be seen with us.
No, we ain't never sacked.
Come on.
I'm ashamed of my dogs. Saying y'all seeing my dogs.
Hey, I'll bring old high pepper. I'll bring old high stepping pepper, and we'll get at it.
Hey, you just make sure Pepper's ready for me when I get back. I need him to see it.
He is just he's being a jerk. He's been a jerk past couple of weeks. We've had all these bitches come in heat constantly, like one after the other, and they can't do it all at the same time, of course. You know that. So it's like every single week we got one in heat, and Pepper's just loving life. and it's like, Pepper, you're not breeding that when he's just laying over there with a little red rocket hanging out. Says, well, why not?
I did. I think
somebody's told me the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I like Pepper. That's why me and him see eye to eye, man.
But when he's on, he's on. Like last Saturday, he was 3/4 of a mile and just rolling. And I was like, what are you doing, Pep? And he done lined him a little Shoat out. And he said, let me go get a hold of this. And so, he'll do the deal.
I also got I ended up getting with Adam Blaylock. He called me. I got so many dogs in my house. My wife's hating me right now, bringing so many damn dogs out of the house and moving dogs around, etc. But my buddy Adam Blaylock, Diamond Kennels up in Danielsville, Georgia, he called me saying he had some guy put a deposit out of Florida to bobtail one of the bulldogs because he wanted one of his bulldogs, but he was tired of being on the buggy or on the dog box and their tails wagging while the dog's out hunting, just making noise, hitting that aluminum box. So he paid like a $600, $800 deposit. I don't know, something high. Because I was like, I'm not going to bob this bulldog's tail unless I get a deposit, right? Nobody's going to want this thing. Well, homeboy paid deposit. Nothing happened. The money got gone, the money got paid, but the guy had to back out on his deal or whatever. So Adam called me, he's like, hey, man, I got this bulldog jet puppy. I guess you still call him Jip. Yeah. So it's a little puppy, little female, and he's like, "You want her?" And I said, "Man, yeah, I'll take her, man. Yeah, I'll take her." Cause I've always wanted a bulldog, but I always wanted to raise them.
Oh,
up, you know what I'm saying?
So
yeah. So the girl's my daughter's called her Cookie. So now her little name's Cookie. I got Cookie running around with a bobtail, but she's a cool little pup, man.
Best dog I ever owned was named Cookie. Best fucking dog ever was named Cookie.
Well, maybe that's foreshadowing something, and it'd be good too. But I'm excited to raise a bulldog. I've never had a bulldog in my life that I've raised.
Don't rev
I'm
it
excited
up.
to do that.
Don't rev it up. All you got to do is don't rev that puppy up. Don't let it know it's a bulldog.
Yeah.
Until it's grown.
Try to keep that a secret.
Because let him think he's a little cur dog or a lab or whatever.
Yeah.
Because dude, like so many people want to roughhouse with it, and them fuckers are crazy.
So like,
I got some puppies. They'll bite the shit out of you.
That's right. So I've been actually reading some books, man. I've been reading some books. I've been reading some books on them. One good book I read was
you can't read.
Yes, I can read.
I can read. I read. He's got an audio book. He's what he's listening to.
He's got an audio
book. He skips the fucking pages. Come on, Ryan. I got 2 degrees. I can read. The 2 degrees. I got 4 degrees. It's 36
He
now.
sent me Snapchat videos of him reading one of these books. I know he did.
Thank you, Nate.
He's got the audio book on half.
So listen, it's a good story. So it's the dog. It's called Dogs of Velvet and Steel.
Oh, I know about Ralph Greenwood.
Yeah. Yep. So guess what? So I got on Amazon. I was looking at it.
He told me the whole story himself. I'm so fucking old.
Man, that is pretty old.
Shut up.
Well, anyways, I lucked out. I lucked out because I was looking on T&J. What's that? Jacob Heron, T&J Kennels has posted something on TikTok a while ago with that book. Yeah. Damn, let me look at that book. I was looking about getting it. I'll be at the fire hall, and when we all like before bed and stuff, I'll just read some stuff, and I'll read like Tusker magazines there. Anyways, so I got online, and that thing said like $1,200-$1,300, and I said, "Oh my God, this book cost that much money?" It was like the original. I got on Amazon, and they had one. It was a paperback.
Yeah.
So I got that one, and guess which one they sent me? They sent me the damn original. Yep.
No joke.
So I got hardback red one, like So I got that one. I was so pumped when I opened that thing. It was like Christmas Day. I was like,
"That's pretty good."
I just made out on investment right there. It was like $60 with it. I got the $1,200-$1,400 book.
Yeah, I didn't know they were worth that much. I need to go up there to Frank's and get my damn books.
Yeah, you should go check it out, man. Yeah, they're online at eBay right now. They're like,
oh no, like I said, we've got the books, but I didn't know they were that expensive. We got Frank's got my uncle. That's the one. That's the guy that my dad was into bulldogs and stuff, but my uncle really kind of more raised me. My dad died when I was younger, but like he's got a book up there that's signed by Ralph Greenwood, and he dealt with Ralph a good bit years ago.
Okay.
And like I said, I was.
Well, yeah, man. Check it out, dude. For real, dude.
That's pretty cool. It's even worth that much, man. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad book, but I'm just, guys like myself, you get stuff like that, and to me, it's just a book because it was very common, for us. And I don't. The years go by so quick, man. I don't realize it's been 30 plus years ago. To me, it's just like the other day, and it's been fucking 30 years.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Soak it up, kiddo. Soak it up.
It's going by fast, man. Like you just talking about time going by, man. Just seeing my daughter, my oldest daughter, and she gets up in the morning. She's going to kindergarten, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude.
Mine just had a baby.
And it's wild. But even you look at that, you talking about Life of Jack, because like you get to look at these dogs, you're like, damn, like Champ. I don't know, he's probably 8 years old now. You're like, man, that dog's 8 years old now. Yes. Like what?
Hey, they're only 7. They're only 7.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like they're going. Yeah, let me.
But still, at the same time,
they turned 8 in November. They'll be 8. There might be 7. I don't know. I know their birthday is November like 16th. I still remember that day.
Did you write it down? Did you write it down?
No, I just remember. I remember that day specifically. Something happened on the day. I remember that day.
You need to get that little book and write that shit down. That way you know exactly when it is.
November 16th, 2017. Or
you think?
He knows.
You don't even know. I'm tired of arguing about this, Ryan.
You see how big his head is? It's full of storage.
Yeah. Well, Carter went for a while. Carter went. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Look at Ryan. He's diverting the whole thing. Well, Carter did that shit.
No. I got stories with that. That CTE
I don't
test,
even know how old I am.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me the other day. I was trying to get some beer over there, and Eric, she said, "How old are you?" I said, 28, and then I said 29. I said, "Wait, no. I'm 20. Wait, no, I'm 29. I'm 29." And
Yeah.
she said, "Can I see your ID?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, you can."
Yeah.
But hey, you was talking about writing stuff down. Carter was doing like hunts. He was writing down hunts for a while. Remember, he had a journal going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, with what we caught and everything and how the dogs hunted and whatnot. But
It's so hard to keep it after a
it
year.
really is.
A year or two of it.
It's a whole other chore.
That's about what I did. I had about a year into it, and I got 300 and I think 53 cataloged hogs, but I don't. I mean, past that, it just. I don't know. I think I spilled a cup of coffee on the folder or something, and I just quit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just life happens. Everything happens so fast, and it gets to where there's more and more and more that you have to do, and you have less and less time, it seems. So it gets to where it's hard to keep, to actually sit down and physically write and catalog all these things in.
And part of the reason and people always, even from the jump, people always talk shit about me and Ron for how much we posted on social media, man. But part of the reason that I do, even if it's not necessarily a good hog, is just to have that catalog of memory in my mind. So that way, when it comes up, in years to follow, I'm like, man, there ain't no way we caught that hog 4 years ago.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily writing it in a journal, but it's using the tools that we have at our disposal. And it's really cool. And Ryan's really good about it, too. He sends me, 6 years ago today, we caught this hog, this hog, this hog, and the dogs did this,
Yeah.
And that's one way of looking at it, where it's not necessarily like, oh, look at us, look at what we're doing, look how many hogs we're catching. It's just like, man, I want to be able to look at it when 15, 20 more years from now and be able to know what
when we're Joey's age.
When
About 30
97 years old.
Yeah, we're 97 years old. I'd be like Papa Ronnie, be 146 and still happy.
Yeah, and Spud will be about 136.
Yeah,
but he won't die.
He'll have the energy.
He ought to have no
cancer.
Hey, speaking of Spud,
cancer, no cancer at all. Spud is cancer free for his whole life.
Exactly. Animal Housing Solutions, check them out.
Speaking of Spud, he is the oldest rookie of the year of all time. Spud won Rookie of the Year for hogbaying.com. Yeah, man. Spud won Rookie of the Year.
He's a welder that got a dog bone.
Man, that Joker, man, and y'all know as well as we do, Spud's one of the best human beings,
hands down.
And man, I was just as happy for Spud as I was myself for hitting a little hole when he fought Rowdy in 12's Calcutta, but then he goes and turns around and wins Rookie of the Year, and I said, all right, I'm back mad at you.
Yeah, it's like now, man,
I'm back mad at you.
I was happy about it, man. Do it, Ryan. Sorry.
Spud showed us. He was BSing with them and talking about money, winning that $1,500, whatever it was, $1,400 Calcutta in the dog box. He started doing calculations on something. He pulled up a number and showed me in my face, which was like 5 times what $1,500 was.
Yeah.
And goes, hey, this is what I'm bringing home this weekend and winning and the Calcuttas and stuff. I'm like, dang, good, ain't a dog box.
And the one Calcutta, listen to this, the one Calcutta, I was sitting over there by Spud, and they were doing the one dog Calcutta. And I said, Spud, I said, just pick a dog. I said, I don't care who it is. I know you've been here. I said, pick a dog. I said, I'll split it with you. This man ain't said a word, and then they say, Goose, starting off at 100. Spud goes, yep. And man, I was like, oh no, we're in trouble. But we ended up buying Goose's one dog Calcutta, and I said, that's it, Spud. I said, I'm done. I said, here's my part of the Calcutta. I said, no more, brother.
Yeah, that's pretty tough when as soon as they come out with goose. Like me and Jared Finley, we decided we were going to do that shit. The first time I went to Earl's, or it might have been the second time, one of the first 2 times, and I think it was like 600, and me and him both was like, no, like we're done. Yeah, it's like we can't play that because we were in tune pretty good. We got about 400. We was looking, was like we might get it, hit 500 or so, and then I think Russ Bryant showed up right then, like
oh yeah,
like it was over. I think it wound up going for 1,000 or something or 1,500. I was like, I'm out of that one.
The guy that's got his dogs now are doing real good. I caught some guy out of Colorado. Had some big bird dog hunting.
Fella's name is Sean Kirby, and it was funny, man. The first night we got there, he walked up behind the truck and he knew who we were, but at the same time, like we ain't never really met him. And he's like, "Man, y'all are the Boars N Broads boys, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Man, I'm from Colorado. My name's Sean Kirby." And I said, "Man, how's the big cat fight going?" And he's like, "Man, it's a fist fight. It is a fist fight." And but yeah, no, he got some dogs off of Russ and Alley, and he's got some good dogs, and they load up, man, and they had a good weekend.
Good.
He was really cool to talk to and get the inside scoop on what's really going on out there.
Nice. Yeah, that's good to be able to get some more information like that. That definitely it can open your eyes in several different facets, to be able to hear it like that. I'm glad they had a good weekend though, man. That's good.
Yeah. Well, he going back on Spud. Spud. What is Spud's dog win? He plays.
I know they got what, second in Old and Young.
Old and Young, I think, yeah, Spud did, but his dog.
Yeah, no, he I think he hit 2 holes this weekend, but I can't remember. I don't know, man. You know how it is. It all runs together.
And he even brought Champ's leg back alive.
Oh yeah. No, but we ain't got to talk about that on the airwaves. We just called it Champ's 4th leg, and if you want to know where to find it, Spud can get it to you.
Yeah, he can roll you up a good one.
There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I didn't say that, Spud. You heard Ryan say that. Don't get mad at me.
You can't say that. He brought a trophy out. That what the damn Johnny White gave him a trophy.
So who won first place? Y'all give us first, second, third.
And what event?
The 2 dog.
And 2 dog, Goose and Max and Gomer and Arthur split for first. That sorry ass dog they called 12, and that nursing home dog Rowdy took third. I think Capone and one of the 3 R Kids dogs was 4th, and then Jock and Kuyan were 5th.
Nice.
Yeah. And we put a wrench in somebody's plans for points wise. They were not expecting us to be up in the points.
Yeah, no, we screwed Randy Durrell over for the dog, the first in the world. He's like, "Man, now I gotta win the best of the best or whatever, the Sunday event, the 1 dog cup, and then I gotta win the 2 dog cup too." And Randy was happy. Randy was happy for us, but he was kind of pissed at the same
time. Put more heat on him, huh?
He said, "Look, man, I'll give you the check for Goose and Max." He said, "I'll give you the check for Goose and Max if you give me them points you just won." I said, "No, Randy was good, brother."
Hey, that's good. That's good stuff. So how did he come out on Sunday?
Man,
because I haven't even looked, man. We've been
busy. They got them all posted, but
okay.
Hand Grenade ended up winning it. Hand Grenade won Dog of the Year. And world champion. I think that's the first time in 5 years. I think that Goose has gotten beat. But Hand Grenade ended up winning it, and Buddy Rowe won the the best belt or the world title belt.
Defending.
No, he's back to back.
Two times.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Back to back.
Yep.
And I tell you one thing, man. He put on one of the best bays that I've ever seen in one dog. The hogs they were baying on Sunday were some bad mama jammas, and I think Randy had Fanboy in there, and then they had Buddy Rowe, and there was one more dog. Ron, do you remember who was the third dog that was in that bay off?
And you talking about in the one
the title belt. In the title belt.
So you had
it was Buddy Rowe. It was Buddy Rowe.
Elmo.
Oh, and it was Elmo. That's exactly.
No, there's four. There was four. There was another one. Dang.
I'm trying to remember. But man, that was some of the best baying. That was some of the best. And these dogs were baying 9.5. And Joe, you know as well as anybody how good them dogs are. For them to be baying 9.5s, them hogs were some bad mama jammas.
Yeah,
they
had to be some badasses to do that.
And those dogs really weren't making all that many mistakes, but those hogs were really, really tough. And it was some of, I mean, I think that was the most fun I've ever had watching the one dog in anything, you know, but that was in the title belt, and man, them hogs were bad. But old Buddy Rowe.
What did Jake say? What did Jake say to them hogs so bad? He said, I remember at the end he said something that stuck with me. He said that he believed this is the first time that the hogs didn't give up this thing. The dogs gave up.
He said this is the first time the hogs won. You know,
won the weekend. No, for real, man. They were kicking the dog like they wanted it. They wanted all. They wanted all the smoke.
The first time that we ever went out there, that's the way it was. Mr. Lynn had to put a hog down. It was so bad. Like, it was jumping the boards, biting him. They were stitching Slade Trammell up when we got there, or that day. It was they were fucking bad. And our dogs did phenomenal. The rougher they are, the better our dogs do. And then I think it was the next show that we went to, there were more bar hogs there, and the hogs didn't seem quite as rough. And you know what I mean? So, and I'm glad that that stock's getting back where it's ass whooping.
Well, last year I accidentally let one out. Oh, you weren't there. Yeah, last year I messed up and let one out on that.
Ron,
I went back there to help. I felt so bad. And then Johnny White came up there after me and said, "Thank you for letting that hog out. We all hate that son of a bitch."
He was like, "Oh yeah, I guarantee you, Johnny White paid Brian to let that hog out." We were like, "No, we're not." We wanted to draw that hog.
Yeah. The hog they got stuck back there, and then I went back there to help, and nobody told me there was a hog in the alley. Because Jake's like, go back there and help. So I opened the door, and right when I opened the door, the hog was at my feet. And it went right by me, it went around, and went straight through all the dogs, and it went right back into the woods.
I chased that hog for like 800 yards, and then I just he curved out on me a little bit. I would have caught him if he'd have ran over me, but he curved out on me a little bit.
So they were asking for help this weekend. I just sat down. I didn't even to go over there.
You know what we did? We sent Drew Brooks over there.
Yeah, Drew, go handle that.
Oh, Drew can handle it too. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
big dog.
There's some things he can't handle. There's some things he can't handle. Wink, but we had a good time, man. Drew's a good time.
Yeah,
we had a good time, man.
He's growing up, ain't he?
Yeah.
He's getting older.
Him and Lil Cap, they was over there doing the Calcutta. We had a WWE match going on over there at the tables under the half shed they got back there behind the main shed. We had a WWE match going on while they were doing
fight club back there. Yeah, we had a kids fight club going on.
I bet said I missed that, boy.
Man, we had a good time for sure. We had a good time.
That's good. I'm glad I'm glad everything worked out good. You know, just having a good time is, that's what we try to do anyway. But being able to get to see people you don't get to see very often, and then getting to meet new people, getting to run your dogs, and then you got to win a little bit of money, and then you got to go to the roadhouse and, hang out.
Yeah. Well, not and to say that, like, man, you know how there was like you've been to some bays, so like, there's drama. Like this is like the first time I've ever been into a bay. Not saying all the bays have drama, but it was just like everybody was cool. Everybody's cool, but there's some drama. Yeah, some, but man, there was none of that. It was
good.
Awesome. Great time.
Good.
Great time all around, dude. We had a blast.
That's why I look forward to slide off by myself. I'll be just go down there to the truck, just hang out. There's too much shit going on.
Yeah, we had a Slick Wayne Willie. He was over there cooking some. He made some of the best damn wild hogs.
Man, I was
tell the bet we got to do. Tell them what we got to do.
All right, we got a bet, Joey, and you know how we always show up to Earl's late because we gotta get a little bit of hunting in before we go. So we're gonna bring Slick a boar hog that he's got to cook, and we're gonna shoot it on spot, and we're gonna cook it, and then we're gonna take it up to the fans, and we're gonna do like a kind of catch and clean, and we're gonna make these people that don't know what it is, and when they ask what it is, we're gonna say, "Oh no, you don't get to know that. Just take a bite." We're gonna see because man, this joker cooked a boar hog that was
so good.
Oh man, It was fine. It was fine dining. I said, "Slick, there ain't no way that's a boar hog." He said, "I swear, cuz. I swear, cuz."
Yeah,
guarantee you. Yeah, it's hard to cook them to where they, where you can't tell what they are. They
whatever he did to it.
He did it right.
Whatever he did to it, he did it right. There ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah, he can cook now. Ain't no doubt he can cook.
Mm-hmm. They could.
He's always cooking and got that
Slick hit him a hole.
No, did he?
Yeah, Slick hit him a hole in the one dog ham. Yeah, Slick hit him a hole.
Sweet.
Good deal. Shout out to old Slick Wayne Willie. He's that dude right there is so funny.
Man, that joker is he's shot out. And then you get him and Paw and Charles Kep in the same circle, and they're all sitting out there beside a fire, and you got those three. And we're over there just poking fun at them and stuff. They'll get, Paw get stirred up. He's got to go walk off. I'll get Charles Kep pissed off. He got to walk off. And Slick just standing there and just, man, cuz, why you get them all stirred up like that?
Yeah.
But, oh, no, man, all three of them folks are good folks, man.
Yeah, there ain't no doubt. That's what I miss when I go to if I don't get to make it to them is just because I'm the same way. Of course, I'll disagree with them, and knowing I'm wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just do it just to do it.
Stir 'em up. Just do it to stir 'em up.
I'll do it just to do it. Like one of the first real interactions that I had with Ronnie, I had known him for a couple of years, and we'd always talk back and forth. But it's when we started the pawpaw thing, He's like, "I ain't your dog pawpaw," and I said, "You gonna sit over like old mama and piss and moan, or what? Or you gonna come over here and do something about it?" He got fucked. I'm talking. He was fired up. I was like, "He's fixing to hit me," and he just kept on. He just kept standing there. He was like, "Why wouldn't Pop say?" We went back and forth for a second. I was making some nameplates. I was like, "Look," I said, "We ain't got to do all this shit. We can have a good time and just move on." And ever since then, it's been Pawpaw.
That's not like.
Then everybody started calling him Pawpaw, and it just made it worse for a while. He just hated it. Now
I started calling him Pawpaw in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Yeah, Oklahoma. That's when it really. He come over there and we was talking. Well, we was at Uncle Earl's this time, and he actually introduced himself. He was like, "Yeah," he said, I'm his Pawpaw." I said, "Yeah, that's my Pawpaw." Oh.
I think the day he solidified himself as my Pawpaw is when we got into that argument after Tyler. And I was because my dog, I said, if I want to turn him loose to the pen and go get the 30-30 out of the truck and come back and kill him in the pen, I can do it. He said, "You know what? I reckon you're right."
Yeah.
And you know what? He was one of the first people to come up after that run and go, "Man, he made me he made me a believer now." He told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told me that.
Well, he was the one. He was the one telling Carter at that time. He was like, "Hey, you ain't gonna hardly be able to do both things. If you take him to the woods, you'll mess him up back and forth. And there is a chance that you can do that.
There is absolutely a
100%.
chance. But if And that's the thing. I'm not telling those people that they're wrong.
Yeah,
you're
still gonna hunt
because
the damn dog. It's your fucking dog. It don't matter.
Exactly. They've seen it enough to know that the generality. I mean, it's just like we talked about earlier. When's the last time a dog placed in the top 3 in a pro event where it hunted in the woods the same week?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, really, I don't.
It's probably been a long time.
Yeah.
But I'm not telling them they're wrong. I agree for the most part, but at the same time, it's my dog. I'm gonna do with it what I want to do with it.
Yep.
Well, that blind squirrel finds an acorn every now and then.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if we can find another acorn, then ain't nobody really gonna be able to tell me nothing.
Well, you're
gonna be right. You
had the acorn before 12, remember?
Oh yeah, you already had the acorn, so I was never gonna be. You remember that, do you?
What acorn?
What are you talking
about? Mountain Gator. I forgot his damn name.
Oh man, I did have maybe.
That nobody's seen. Maybe it was the acorn that nobody's seen. That was probably better than 12. I'm just being honest.
Maybe could do it in one dog. And 2 dog, I think maybe catches out every time. But maybe Mountain Gator come off of Kerry Brown's yard. And I'll just go ahead and tell y'all the truth for this. We'll get real honest. We'll get real honest right here on the podcast. And and it's not something that I haven't apologized for 100 times, but old Mountain Gator, old maybe, Kerry Brown give me that dog, and he was doing pretty good in the woods for me. I took him up to Tennessee, and we went up there and hunted with Josh, and all Josh's dogs are running around in the yard, and I just had Champ and Maybe. Well, I cut Champ and Maybe loose out in the yard just to run around with Josh's dogs. We go inside and eat dinner. I maybe had to take a dump or something. Come back out 5 minutes later, and maybe he's gone. He's gone. And we looked for him. We looked for him for 3 days, man. And I'll be completely honest. I was so embarrassed that I let something like that happen that I lied to Kerry about it.
Huh.
And Kerry's one of my best friends now, and we've discussed it a lot of times. But I was so embarrassed that I let something like that happen when it was just an accident. You know as well as I do, it was just an accident. And if I'd have told him the truth, he'd have said, "Damn, you about a dumb son of a bitch," and that would have been the end of it.
Over, yeah.
But Instead, I lied about it, and I learned my lesson on that. I was like, man, I ain't never going to lie about a dog again.
Yep.
But, old Maybe, we'd have pissed a lot of people off with that joker because he was bad to the bone.
If you got a dog that can 2-dog it, it's good. But if you got a dog that can 1-dog it, that's a bad mofo.
Yes.
Oh man, he could do it. He'd sit there
feet off by himself. That's a good.
He'd sit there and get whooped for. I mean, as long as you wanted him to get whooped, he'd sit there and get whooped, and he would not take a step
by the
back.
hog people, not by physically.
But
yeah.
But no, man, I had 1 acorn, and now I got 12. And if anybody wants to give me a dog, that it's not necessarily great in the woods. It's got to be a little bit below great in the woods. Like you don't like it for some reason. If you want to give it to me and it's red, I will take it. And then we'll put it in the pen and we'll win some money with it.
There you go. Man, that's what I'm talking about. So,
hey, I got a question for y'all.
Well, what's that?
Yeah, for you, Nate. You ready?
Oh yeah.
All right. Would you rather catch one big bad boar a month and nothing else every time you went hunting, or would you rather catch shoats every single time you went hunting and no big boars?
Shoats every single time, because my dog is to work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with
there you go.
Well, that's what we do
anyway. Yeah, I said that sounds like exactly what we've been doing.
What would you do, Carter?
Man, give me the shoats, man. I love catching big boar hogs, but man,
yeah.
if it's
just the same
time.
Yeah, if it's just a one or the other, it's got to be the Shoats.
Yeah. But at the same time, and a lot of it depends on where the country I'm at. Like if I go hunting for a month up in some of that rough country where there ain't a whole lot of hogs, I might accept catching that one big boar hog a month.
Yeah.
But going where we are, we got hogs, so like if we ain't catching nothing but one big boar a month, we got to get some new dogs because we got to find something different to feed because we're not doing our job.
And I get that. Like you said, that's actually a really good question because and what Carter just said on that brings it all full circle because like places that we hunt, all you'll catch is one good boar a month. I mean, seriously. And we have been hunting these rougher terrains, harder places to hunt the past 2 months, and our numbers have plummeted. They have dropped way, way down. But there's a reason why we're doing it. It's because there's very few hogs, and we got a lot of young dogs. I want these young dogs they got to get out and beat the bushes.
They got to find them. They got to work. They got to work. Yeah.
So, but now when we do go to where there's a lot of hogs, there shouldn't be any excuse why they're not hunting, why they're not doing it.
That's right.
But even if you were only catching Shoats or only, in a place where there was a bunch of Shoats, then eventually you're going to run into a good boar hog, I would hope. Yep.
No, and where we are, man, if we ain't catching Shoats, then our dogs ain't doing their job.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think where we are, I'll take the Shoats every time, and we'll catch the big boar hog every now and then.
What about you, Ryan?
No,
don't be doing that.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
He only gets to hunt once a month. He only hunts once a month, so the boar's fine.
Hey, I've always said no, because I go to the theory of, how you get those big old hogs who are like, man, I don't want my dog to get on that one. I don't want my dog. Man, to me, the dogs don't get remembered catching Shoats all the time. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, my gosh.
You feel what I'm saying? Now. Do what? What'd you say?
I said he's just going to disprove us now.
No. I just said,
hey. Ron said, y'all are idiots. Your dog will big boar hog.
Yeah, dogs don't get remembered catching Shoats, but all that damn dog finds the Shoats.
We'd have the sorriest dog. We'd have the sorriest dogs this side of the Mississippi, but Ryan be like, we catch one big boar hog every month.
Yeah. So what do? Catch a bunch of fucking Shoats, huh?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Hey, wait. What's Drew Brooks' hat say? It's showtime, baby.
Yep.
It's showtime. Sure enough.
But those Shoats can really, really wear on your nerves in a good thick, just like a 20 acre spot, just briars. Oh my God.
Oh, you telling me, cuz. You telling me.
I was going to say, you're living it. Yeah.
What's crazy is that, like, you talk about Shoats and stuff like that. So, like, they get in the briar patch and they make your dogs tired as hell, running things for hours. That's the same thing in the bear woods. I didn't even put that in perspective.
Yeah.
We got them some smaller, like, bigger than cub bears. I don't know if they're juvenile bears, whatever you call them. I don't know the bear terminology is.
150 pounds.
Yeah, dude. They're like, man, they're like, somebody get eyes on this bear. If it's small, we're just going to call the dogs up. We're wasting our time fooling with this bear because they're not going to kill it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not going to kill the bear regardless if it trees or they bay it up. They're going to waste their time running that little bear anyways. So I didn't know. I figured them dogs would catch the little ones, but no, I guess them big. I didn't know the big bears. They just kind of like they run, but crossing the road, they're kind of lollygagging, walking, and then the dogs is down behind them. Yeah. So I never put that 2 and 2 together until I went down there and hunted. The small bears run like hell.
You're talking about the Shoats getting once. Go ahead.
The more you go, the more you know, brother.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's with anything. The more you go, the more you know. Now, the proudest, and anybody that follows me on Facebook has seen that picture of that hog that girl found wherever I am. That hog has, those teeth are probably an inch across, and they're probably 6 inches long on both sides.
Hell of a shankathon board. Golly. Huh?
Oh, I'd have smoked shankathon.
Yeah,
but
that's a bad dude right there.
The,
Hey, you should weigh it and do a score for it and just get it marked in the book.
no, there ain't no doubt. But and I mean, we killed a lot of big tooth boar hogs over there with me and Carrie's dogs. But the most proud I've been of them dogs was for finding like a 2-week-old fawn in one of those blocks, because that really shows you're like something that ain't moving around. I mean, it might have been sitting there for 3 days, and they get in there and they kick it up, and they're working hard enough to cut through that block and find that little bitty small thing that ain't putting off no scent. And that's probably the proudest I've ever that I've been of them dogs over there. Was for finding that little bitty old 2-week-old fawn.
Yeah, they're in there beating the bushes. They're working.
Yep, that's right. They're going in there and I'll tell you this much, man. It doesn't matter what's in them blocks, them dogs are to the point now. It doesn't make a shit if it's leaving any kind of scent. We treat a monitor lizard. We've caught jungle chickens. I mean, if it's leaving a scent, we're gonna run it, and we're gonna run it hard. And
hey, what are them big ass crabs that the big old claws? You just sit there, they just be crawling all over the place.
Oh, the coconut crabs? Yeah. No, we'll bait them. We'll bait cane toads. I mean, hey, we're non-discriminatory. I mean, we bait one of the 3 birds on the entire island.
Damn.
But yeah, no, man.
No, hey, tell them about the y'all was baiting like hell. You walked up on it, was that tank thing?
Because we're out there. I'm sorry to keep y'all so long, but we was walking through the jungle, and girl strikes, and girl is an honest dog. If she's barking, she's looking at it, and there ain't no trail barking with her. Like if she's barking, she's looking at it. And I sneak up there real quiet, and girl has quit barking, and she's kind of screwed off and gone somewhere else. Well, Carrie's 50-50 plot cur dog, Hag, he starts barking. And I said, well, girl, I mean, they might have busted a group, and she just took one that left. So I start sneaking up there, and I get up there, man, I see big and black, and I was like, oh, there he is right there. And I pick my head up, and it's a torpedo casing off of a World War II torpedo, and they was sitting there singing to that son of a bug, son. It was in some trash where you could. I thought it was a hog when I first saw it, but they was singing to that joker, boy. They didn't want no part of that thing.
They said, man, if it was big, it was like, good God, look at him.
They said, if it's brown, it's down, cuz we ain't messing with that.
Damn. That's what I'm talking about. Made the hell out of it. There was another guy I talked to a couple of years ago, and his dogs, somebody had a fuel tank out in the field, and they had spray painted it and painted it black. And them dogs were baying the hell out of it, too. I can't remember who that was. That shit was funny as hell, too.
They don't discriminate. No. They don't discriminate. They don't put meat on the table or metal on the table, one of the two. Like, we
daily dose of iron.
Yes, sir. We don't care, not one bit.
Nothing wrong with that. Well, man, I hope I'll be glad when you get done with it, but I'm glad that you're getting to go do all this, because that's that's really something cool to do, to get to be able to do in your life.
There ain't many people in this world that be able to say they did that.
No.
It's a really unique opportunity. I mean, I've read books about big fat guys that have gone to other countries to run big jaguars in the jungle and stuff. And I tell you, man, the jungle's a tough place because the humidity's so high. Usually it's pretty good tracking conditions, but where we are, we don't like. There's no dirt. It's all rock, and you might get there in the morning and it's 82 degrees and you're like, oh, we're fixing to smoke them today. And then you get something jumped up and all of a sudden here comes a 30-minute rainstorm and it's just pouring while you're in the middle of the daggum jungle. And those dogs are still out there working. And it's some of the toughest tracking conditions that I've seen. And I'm super proud of the dogs and how they're performing. And, hopefully we'll finish up in these next 2 months and then come back here and get to run some of our stuff. And hopefully, because we're catching hogs and deer, so hopefully they won't be
They gonna be trashy as shit.
hopefully they won't be too mad at them deer, so I don't lose on my hunting spot. But they're gonna get the job done, man.
Well, will y'all come on over to Alabama as soon as you get back, and we'll take care of a few spots we got. We've been picking up a few new properties and some old properties that I had 15 years ago, and I'm starting to hunt them again. And some of these are bigger blocks, so y'all bring them dogs over and we'll go turn them loose.
Yeah.
And Ryan, you can come over anytime. Just because Carter's not here does not mean that we cannot go hunt together.
I'm glad you're making that public, so I'm glad people see that or hear that. So
there's people that are like, well,
they're not thinking it's mine. It's like thinking Carter's all the fun.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. I'm excited. I want to go out there and go hunting, man. I ain't been to hunting in Bama. I mean, I'm hunting with y'all a couple times, but I ain't hunted in Bama yet with y'all.
It sucks. It's rough. It's aggravating. There's one hog on the whole property, but we'll find him. We'll run him. Probably ain't gonna catch him, but we'll run that sumbitch.
Let's do it.
That's right.
I got another question for y'all.
What it is?
For you, Nate. Where do y'all see Dixie Doggers in 5 or 10 years from now? The store, the podcast, whatever.
Well, unless people start buying a bunch of stuff, the store's going to be real slim. Which, the economy, man, it's just not the best thing it is. But we have customers that are loyal and they buy every little thing from us, and we're very appreciative of it. But we're always open and looking for new customers for sure. There's a lot of dog supply stores out there. And all of us are in business. And I've told people before, I'm not going to get mad if somebody buys something from another person. By no means, you know what I mean? You don't have to buy every little thing because there's a lot of stuff that we don't have. But we just bought another building, which we were renting a building before. So we actually bought this one. It needs some work and stuff. And so we've been in the process of doing that for the past about 3 weeks now. And within the next week and a half to 2 weeks, we should be back up, open and running back to normal, somewhat normal.
Good deal, man.
And then the podcast part, it's growing a lot.
That's good.
Yeah.
And so in 5 years, I'm hoping that we'll still be doing the same thing like we're doing now. I'm not going to lose myself in this. I don't want to lose nothing in this. But at the same time, maybe we'll have enough revenue coming in that we could, it would support this whole deal. And then, we just keep rolling on down the road.
For sure.
Joe Rogan, you better watch out, boy. We're coming for you.
We're coming.
Does he got
dogs?
We're coming for you,
What kind of dogs does he got?
Hey.
Does he got any fucking cur dogs?
Not enough, brother. Not enough. Even if you got one, it ain't not enough.
Hey, you know what I miss though? You know what I'm missing? That damn train coming through this podcast.
No, it literally as soon as we started a while ago, I could hear the train. I was like, "You better not. And so
don't worry, we didn't move that far away from the train. We're just a mile down the road.
We're not even a mile. Half a mile. But at the same time, though, we're in a much more proficient setting.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be able to have an actual room, and we'll have some soundproofing in that room.
Yeah.
Well, good deal, man. I'm pumped for y'all. I'm pumped to see y'all growing this podcast and keep out there and getting the new guests and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
But we need to get together and try to figure out getting together and try to set up half a booth at the Grand American. Or the Grand American? Yeah, the one that's in Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Yes.
We need to try to do that.
Yep. Definitely need to do that. We're going to
because you'll be able to get some big interviews and meet a lot of people there, man.
We're going to do the plot fest up there with Mr. Bob too.
And how about that, man? Y'all getting him on the podcast and getting him on every third, fourth Thursday of the month? That's pretty neat. Dude.
Last Thursday
of the month.
Yeah.
And, which we'll be recording with him tomorrow or the next day.
We're actually recording with your wife tomorrow night, Ron.
Oh, she didn't tell me nothing about that.
Some things you don't need to know.
And then the next,
Hey,
and
now.
then the next night will be with Mr. Bob.
Well, good deal.
Yeah.
So it's,
I mean,
go ahead.
so the goal to have an episode out every day has been achieved. I think we have, Monday and Wednesday normal segments, Tuesday and Friday more like informational segments, and then Thursday we have like a special monthly segment like this one, Shoat Time, and then we got like Thinking Drinking with Cane Creek, and then Ask Uncle Pat, and then we got Strike and Stay with Bob Plott. So going good.
Hey, y'all are doing it, man. This is awesome.
Well,
This is awesome. Now, do you think? Go ahead, sorry.
No, a lot of it's in thanks to you guys too. Now,
Oh yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
Oh, heck, man.
you've been a I would like to say a pushing force in it, but you've been forcefully fucking pushing me for a long time. No, and that's
I want to see y'all
yes.
win, man. I want to see my boys win. Well, I had so many people that come to me and Carter like, man, why don't y'all do a podcast? Why don't y'all do a podcast? And I'm like, man, the time and effort to take to do a podcast. I said, man, we'll just hop on a Dixie Dogger podcast every once in a while. Y'all can listen to our dumbasses talk, and then actually hear some other good information from other guests that actually know what they're talking about.
Well, and that's the thing about it. Like when Carter gets done with his escapades over here in wherever the hell he's at, then we'll be able to get to do this a little more frequently.
Yeah. I'd like to have it to where it paid. So like once a month, maybe like y'all could come in and we like film the segment in person.
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely
probably
need to
end
get
up
to
getting drunk a lot, but that'd be awesome too.
Well, I remember the first segment we filmed. I was in a pod.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a couple segments.
I was so nervous. I was so nervous that first time. John said, "Yeah, we fixed to be on a podcast." And y'all know me as well as anybody. Like, I'll talk to anybody, and I love talking dogs, but I ain't never been filmed talking about dogs outside of the woods.
Yeah.
And
that camera will get people clammed up a little bit.
Yeah.
The
camera does a lot.
Yeah, no, I
Cameras,
had to drink a few beers to make sure I could.
Shit, remember on the way down there? Remember we turned the corner near Bowman?
Oh yeah, you spilled my whole cooler.
Yeah.
There was 132 beers laying on the side of 72 going to Hartsville.
That's just a Friday night, people.
Hell yeah. All right. So same thing with you guys. Where do you see Boars N Broads at?
Bankrupt.
Well, we already bankrupt over here, so y'all just be joining the club.
No, man, we just honestly like, and we never thought it would get to here, and we never thought it would get anywhere. Honestly, like we just did it because that was what we were already doing. We were just out in the woods, and Brian and. The funny thing is, I don't know how many people know this, but like I made a TikTok and I didn't want my name to be on it, so I just named it Boars N Broads. And Ron was like, "Man, you're getting a lot of traction. Like we need to do something with this. Let's get a camera. Let's start filming some stuff and put it out." And I was like, "Yeah, shit. Well, let's do it." And then all of a sudden, like it starts popping off a little bit, and And I think we've done a pretty good job of sticking to our business plan of not making it about us. It's about the dogs. It's about the kids. It's about the relationships that we build through this.
Yep.
And man, that's given us. It's given me so much, man. Because like, we might not know y'all. We might not know any of these folks that we've, the South Texas boys that just come out there and hung out with us,
Sander, I mean, everybody, dude. You name people down in Florida, Jordan Tanner, like you can name people across the board everywhere, and they're family now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. But Jeremy Clark said that the other day. That's what he's like. He said, man, I've done that podcast thing with you guys. He said, and now I know so many of these hog hunters. He said, and these guys are like, he said, y'all are all like one big network. I was like, well, yeah.
It really is.
It is. It really is. And so, like you said, there's a lot to this shit, man. It opened up so many doors.
I told my mama, when we first started going west, especially if I was driving by myself or something, and she'd get all worried, like, oh, you're driving 10 hours to go out there. Or something like that. I was like, Mama, it doesn't matter if I'm on I-20 or I-10. I said, if I blow a tire, there's somebody that I can call within an hour there that I've never met in my life and said, hey, bro, I need a little bit of help. And they would be there without a doubt. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And that means something to me, you know, just having those relationships with people. And like, I just hope to get to hunt with all the people that want to hunt with us. You know what I mean?
Like, just finding the time too, man.
Just like that's, I hope to get to hunt with all the people that want to hunt with us and all the people that we want to hunt with. And, you know, it's not because we don't want to hunt with people that we don't. It's just, it takes a lot of time to pick up and go, you know, somewhere out there.
Because whatever money we make from selling merchandise and stuff like that goes directly into traveling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes directly back in there.
That's sweet. Now, like, hey, if y'all hear a bunch of stuff going on, I ain't trying to cut you off, but this might be something new that's never happened on a live podcast. Is there's 2 or 3 hogs just come up in the yard. Hey, for real, Nate just had to go outside. I got dogs going fucking crazy, and Nate, turn step. I got the window open too. Like, wait, I'm gonna see if he's gonna let one of them squeal. See if like these are fucking big. Hold on just a second.
Let's have a damn live hunt right here.
Damn, I wish all this shit wouldn't hooked up in. God damn, I wish I had a wireless mic right now.
Yeah, we're out on the yard right now.
I'd leg this son of a bitch right now.
Rely.
Yes, like for real. Them dogs are going crazy. Them hogs are retarded. They walk right down. I mean, there's 40 head of dogs in there right in the middle. I know a chain's fixing to bust. Or something fixing
That's the hogs. That's the hogs I like.
Yeah,
that's all I can get.
Well, these right here, they know me. They know me pretty good. They're a bunch of assholes, and they keep tearing shit up around here. And so we're gonna have to. I'm gonna go outside and help Nate with them. So we'll wrap this thing up here, fellas.
All right, buddy.
We're gonna have to get them dudes. I'm gonna take some pictures and some videos. So if we get these knocked out, then I'll post them up and everything when we put the podcast out. If it works out good.
I hope this is it, brother.
If we don't get shit wrecked or nothing, that's my luck. Well, listen, you guys, thank y'all so much once again.
Yes, sir. We appreciate y'all, Joey. Y'all keep on rolling, man. We're rooting for you.
All right, brother.
We're proud of you, Joey. We're proud of y'all.
Hey, we're proud. Hey, we're proud to know you guys. We're proud of you guys. Y'all keep pushing.
Oh, hell.
Yes.
Keep hammering down. And like I said, without y'all, there ain't much of us going on. That's just how it is, brother.
For sure.
I don't know about all that.
All right, my man. Well, y'all be good. We're going to try to rustle these damn pigs up.
All
right. Love y'all. Y'all be safe.
All right. Love y'all, brother.
See y'all.
All right. Love y'all.
All right, man. See you. Let's see if I got that hung up. How many was out there? Is it just one?
I ain't got Logan on though.
Oh, you got Logan. Okay. I was going to say, because I seen that one hog come up in front of the thing. That's what I was like.
Yeah, I saw one or two.
That's what I said right here. I said, if we had to catch these damn hogs, I said, I'm going to get this on video and we'll post it at the same time that we post this. So, all right. Well, there's another one in the books. That was a little update with our guys. So we're going to cut this thing off so we can go out here and handle this business. Take care of everything. And until the next time, we appreciate y'all and we out of here.
Thank you.
Hope y'all enjoyed that episode. Stay tuned for our new episodes every Monday and Wednesday. For questions, advertising, or just to chat, email DixieDoggers01@gmail.com.